Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we are going to look at something called a line check. Not a sound check, but a line check. And a line check is what happens when you don't have time or for some reason you can't do the sound check. The sound check is much preferred because in a sound check, you can check all your levels, make sure everything's plugged in and working right, and check the levels amongst all the instruments. With a line check, you can do all that except for check the levels among all the instruments. Like you can't actually make any sound to test levels or other issues like that. All you know for sure is that you're plugged in and that it's working. So we're going to watch them, but actually there's just going to be house music going on at the same time. So they might actually put up some real audio briefly, but then they're gone. I think they actually start the show right away. So this was a festival that happened in Burlington, Ontario on June 16, 2022. It's called the SOM Festival. So it's 16 minutes long, so we're mostly going to actually comment while they're doing it and probably just keep the sound down. So Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we go into this?
I'm wondering what to expect here. I don't think I've seen a line check before.
Really? Okay. Well, all right, let's go ahead and check this out, and we will discuss afterwards.
All right.
Actually, we'll probably discuss during, so. All right. So here, I'm gonna turn off the sound. So, they're milling around, and the crowd is hearing your general house music, And here is Danny tuning.
It looks like Rudy there.
Yep, that's Rudy. They're making sure everything is tightened up, ready to go. Everything's plugged in. There's Allie perhaps waiting her turn. I don't know.
Mm.
We've got Danny here tuning. And
I think you can hear some of the instruments, or I don't know. Would you be able to hear some of the instruments? Oh, okay.
That's what we're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the idea, is that, well, here they are, and there's Louise.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Rudy back there behind the amp peg. Yeah, see, they're just making sure everything is as ready as can be expected. So I'm not sure who's up there working around Pow's kit, possibly adding things like water. I don't know.
Could that be their mother?
What's that?
Could that be? Well, she's not behind there anymore. I was wondering if that could have been their mother or something.
Yeah, there's no telling. Maybe. Yeah, their mom is a little bit harder to pin down sometimes. I mean, she is one of the few women in the crew, but there might be others. And she doesn't have a standard look. She's always dressed down. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so now Danny's trying her mic. And again, all they're looking for is for the needles to bounce.
So they won't, we won't even hear any of the instruments during this.
Yeah, and part of the reason that we are looking at this is to give us an appreciation for the difference between a line check and a sound check. There's no sound. But they can say, okay, is it working? Are you getting me? And they might very well have sound within the in-ear monitors, perhaps. That's possible. Still, it's tricky if you don't have all the sound going on at once to know what's happening. Wow, look at that. Right on a lake.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Looks like a great place to have a show, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, nice sunbeams. Oh, no, those are lights, not sunbeams. They've got the fog.
Oh. Fog machine.
Yep. There we go. Really making sure everybody can hydrate during the show. He's pre-unscrewing the bottles so that they don't have to struggle with that. Nothing worse than having your guitar on, trying to get a bit of water. It's a little bit tricky. It's sticky. It's not coming. So you give it a little more force, and then and there's water everywhere. It's no good.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It happens to me sometimes.
So he's making sure that won't happen. So all they have to do is go like that, and it's done. So again, there's no sound, right? Yeah. So what we have here is Allie trying her mic. So she may very well be able to hear herself in the in-ears. That is possible. And that might be a little unusual because I believe that this is literally right before they launch into their set. Like there's no time in between.
Is that a Mesa amp that Danny has? A Mesa Boogie?
It's a Mesa Cab for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of amp head she has. It looks like Allie's got her standard Ampeg 8x10, although it's probably rented. They rented a lot of gear at this point in time. I mean, unless they were on a complete tour. But I just don't know. Let me take a look while we're looking at this. I can also take a look at the Warning Tour database. Can you still see okay, Adrian? Okay. So this was 2022. They're in Canada. Let me see here. It's actually their very first date in Canada. They had finished up the U.S. tour, the headliner tour, on May 27, and so this is 3 weeks later. And then they did a bunch of dates in Canada. Actually, they only did 4, but they did them in rapid succession: the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and then the 20th. So, yeah.
It's a lot of shows in a short time.
Yeah. And this is the Sound of Music Festival, I say. And so...
Okay, I was wondering if it was Sound of Metal or Sound of Music.
Yeah, I kind of thought it might be Sound of Metal, but no. So they played 12 songs on this day, we think. We don't actually have a complete recording, at least doesn't list any. We've got like 5 songs. So here they are waiting. Probably there's something going on still with the tech. It could be that they're just not supposed to go on yet, that they still have to wait 10 more minutes. But as you can see, they still got the the modern music,
Oh, yeah.
going on. Girl, I want your body.
I've never heard that. Thank God.
That's kind of what a lot of modern music is these days. That's why we like this band so much. They don't sound like that. Yeah.
I remember 10 years ago, I was in a restaurant and there was this music going on. It sounded very electronic. It sounded like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who listens to this stuff?
Well, that was 10 years ago, too. I mean, music has already changed again a couple of times since then.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah. It does still incrementally change. So Pow's like, I need more volume. Okay, I got it. Whenever you see a musician doing that on stage during this type of a thing, it's like, bring up the level on this particular thing. And it's usually one thing in the mix. It's not the whole mix. Oh, Danny, I found a pick. Yeah, it's my lucky day. No, I'm sure that wasn't it, but I don't know. Maybe she dropped it. So they're just hanging around waiting for their time to start, I think. It kind of looks like they're ready to go, and they're just kind of waiting now. There's Allie just sitting on the drum riser, probably thinking, oh, I'm so glad there's a drum riser I can sit on. Because when there's no drum riser, I don't know what to do with myself. She's just chilling. Oh, wait, I need that. It's the set list. Oh, it's the specs. It's the lyric sheet now. No, they have all the lyrics committed to memory. That's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Anticipation is making...
Being kept in suspense.
Yeah, pretty much. I know, and when it's a line check, it's much less interesting in some ways because what am I supposed to do now? Like I can't hear myself. It's going to be a surprise when the music actually starts. Let's see what's on the PA now. Oh, now we can actually hear Allie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Still not technically a sound check, but at least they know that it's coming out of the mains.
Yeah. I thought this might happen at some point.
Yeah.
Line check.
Now we're trying to get Danny's sound, it looks like. Unless he was just playing along. She's just kind of miming to the music.
Mesa Boogie. I played guitar through a Mesa Boogie once, and I had all the knobs turned all the way down, and it still shook the house.
Yeah. Well, now Pow's like, okay, I need less of that. And Ellie's like, can't we just start playing already? I'll leave a little bit of the sound on. I don't like having it on because it'll be in our video. Oh, see, Danny's doing the same thing. Need more vocal? Okay, that's good. That's the universal symbol for more volume, please, on that item. And then when you get that, it's all good. Wow, are they using the wedges? Maybe they're using the floor wedges. That's pretty unusual. I think. They generally don't bother with those, but...
Did you mean the monitors by the floor wedges?
Yeah. Those are also called floor wedges.
Oh, okay.
That's because they tend to be, for those that don't know, they tend to be triangular.
Yeah.
So that they're looking up at the performer.
Yeah, so the sound like comes right to the performer.
Mm-hmm. What are they talking about? Yeah.
Oh my,
Like, well, we're a band, we're here, we're ready, but we can't play yet. 3 minutes. Really?
Wait your turn till you're all ready and everything.
I mean, there's a lot of hurry up and wait in the music business.
Yeah.
Usually, if I go play a gig these days, what happens is they say, show up at 3 o'clock. Okay, that's load in. You take an hour to load in and get everything in place. Then it's like, okay, sound check, 4 to 4:30. Okay, so we do all that. All right, drums. All right, just the tom. Boom, 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 for like 3 minutes. Boom, boom, what?
Yeah, you gotta hit each drum and get the sound from each one.
And it is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of boring, that part. Like, all right, is it my turn yet? Do you need vocals? No? Do you need keyboards? No? All right, I'll sit here.
You just kind of wait your turn.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And then it's like, okay, you're done, 4:30, great. All right, well, we'll see you at 8. So now you got to hang around for 3.5 hours for the gig to actually begin. Sometimes they'll give you dinner. You never know. But so this is the unglamorous part of the music biz.
Yep.
But the line check is even worse because you can't check everything. You find out when you actually start performing, which is not ideal, but it's normal for festivals. Because they're always bringing in bands all the time.
Yeah. If they're smart, they have 2 stages, so they can kind of like switch off, between, different band goes on to the second stage, and then.
Well, yeah, a lot of festivals are set up that way now. They'll actually have multiple stages, so that if an act ends their set, and there's 20 minutes or something in between, maybe more. It could be a full half hour. I don't know. and then you can wander off and see somebody else if you like. Or you can hang around and watch the line check. So let's see here. No. Oh, they brought down the house music. 37. Allie's like, does that mean we're going to play now?
Are we almost there?
There we go. We have guitar.
Yes.
And the venue's like, well, clearly you're not ready, so we're putting the music back. And somebody's going to go, turn it back down. Sorry, Billy. I've never been a big fan of the Smashing Pumpkins. I actually liked Gish. When that came out, I liked that album. But from there, it just, for me, it kind of went downhill from that moment on. And I know that that's sacrilege to some. I just could never handle his voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what he sounded like.
That's him, basically. That's
I think I borrowed a CD from the library once of the Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know what happened to whether I taped it or not.
I had some CDs. I got rid of them. I also got rid of Gish, but I should have kept Gish. I think I still like Gish, but their very first album. But yeah,
I don't know.
That's all right. We don't. Now we can hear Pow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we're coming close to the end here. So I think from now on we're going to hear them. There you go. Can you hear me? Hey, a bass drum. Woo!
Bass drum. Now hit one of the toms. There we go.
This is a good situation. I mean, for a gig. It's like a perfect day. Right there on the water.
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
With the water there. Like
now they're starting. Oh, and there you go. So yes. So we got the whole line check, and then when the show actually started, they stopped, which is too bad. I don't think. Now I haven't checked carefully. All right, but I don't think that there is a complete show available for this particular gig, like video-wise or anything like that. Line checks are a bit of a handicap for any band. They are kind of necessary for festivals, it would seem, just because they are shuttling in so many bands on the same stage all day long that there really isn't time to get a proper sound check, because the whole thing is once you're set up, it's time to play, or it's pretty close to it.
So a line check takes a shorter time than a sound check.
Yeah. I mean, part of it also is that with sound checks, normally the band doesn't like to sound check in front of a crowd, but at the festival there's the crowd already, so you can't really do anything about that. That's why most sound checks you'll see an empty venue, because they much prefer that most of the time. Most people do. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is I think a line check is just simpler and faster, so that's what a line check is. If anybody was wondering, that's it. So I wouldn't go out of my way to see one necessarily, although it's it's slightly interesting for sure. I mean, you see the band up there working on their stuff. You just can't really hear the results until they actually begin playing. All right, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of that? If you learned anything today, if you've ever attended a line check before and seen it and understood what it was and all that. Any other comments you have, leave those below for us. If you have other suggestions, you can leave those as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.